I'd like to introduce the one and only asimo3089.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Hey.
Cool. So yeah, I'm asimo, asimo, whatever you want to call me. Let's do this
That's
Q&A.
my first question.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce it? All right, cool.
I
So
say
before we begin, sorry, go on.
I say asimo, but I don't really care.
All right, let's begin. So Noah the King NL asks, how hard was it to develop Jailbreak?
Good question. Jailbreak was actually a lot of fun to work on. I feel like we had the hardest time around the first year of it because we were just so new to it and we weren't expecting the game to be so big. So, for example, like when we wrote a lot of the code or built the map, we really thought the game would only last a few months at best. And so we weren't totally prepared for what it would turn into, but I think it really worked out. But yeah, the first year was kind of hard. And after that, it was really easy.
Yeah, look where we're at now. It's 2021. Who would have known?
Yeah, we have 5 billion visits. It's crazy.
All right. All right, Cosmic Crocodile has a good question, and I just saw him raise his hand, and I just lost it. Give me one moment.
Oh, yeah.
If
So,
you raise your
guys,
hand, try not to unraise it because it messes up the order, and I can't find it anymore.
there he is.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. What's your question?
All right. Well, it's actually two of them, but all right.
Okay.
What was your favorite update to work on, and what was your least one?
Ooh. Okay. So, favorite right off the bat, I really loved working on the Tomb update. We had so much time to work on it. We had good plans. We wrote documents to plan it all. Just the Tomb itself was cool to work on and like really different. It kind of feels like a different game. Least favorite's usually the like bug fixing type of stuff. It's not like it's terrible, but it's just not a fun thing to work on. And I think the players can usually agree. It's like it's not a new feature or something. We're just working on bugs and stuff, and it can be a little monotonous, but we don't really have bad updates.
All right, thank you very much, Asimo. Could I ask you something real quick before I go?
Yeah, sure.
Like caracals?
I don't even know what those are.
They're like big cats.
Big cats?
Funny ears.
Are you? I'll just say yes. There you go.
Yes. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Thank you for having me. Have a nice day, Asimo. I love your game, man.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for asking your question. All right. I don't know what you just signed yourself up for, but
yeah, I don't either.
Cool Yoshi Luigi. Let's bring you in.
I know that guy.
So right off the bat, yes, you do know me because you've killed me like 50 billion times. Okay. The question I asked, I definitely didn't want to ask that, but I had a question planned earlier, and the Cosmic's question actually reminded me of that question, which is honestly more important. So in relating to the bug fixing stuff, when will the next one of those be, and how often will they be? Because the bug fixes are very, very important, as we all know. I know several people who have actually stopped playing the game because of the buggy nature of the game, which kind of sucks. So I thought I'd ask that.
Yeah, good question. So we don't really plan them out like every 6 months or whatever. We just do them once we kind of notice things are getting bad. We also try not to plan huge updates too far in advance. That way we can like quickly jump onto a month of just bug fixing. We're currently planning this month to be a little bit of that. Now that Alex is back or off from school and everything, I think we'll have tons of time for that type of stuff. And I will confirm, I'm pretty sure, unless plans change, the Volt bike should be revamped next update, among other things. And I'd also love to do the new bike chassis and a few other things. The Volt won't go away. It's just like we're going to revamp it, make it drive better. It'll have a new design. Maybe we'll use community creations for it. And we'll refund players and they can buy the new one if they want to.
Okay, that's very nice. Now, onto the question that I asked. It was, I'm pretty sure, of course, when will the next community creation season be? Because I don't expect it to be the next season. And then, out of curiosity, how do you feel about giving those players recognition like in game, like in the form of like a tag or something, for them getting their stuff in? I know it was done here within a Discord server, but I'm talking about like in-game recognition, so
Yeah,
I'm
we
just
hadn't
curious
thought of
what you
that.
think of that.
I can write that down. I think we could totally do like a VIP sort of tag, but maybe they get gold text instead or something. And
Maybe.
I think, as far as your other question, I think every season from here on out will be community created. It gives us so much more time to work on actual content.
Wow.
Like the tomb robbery was so nice because we can only work on the tomb robbery. We didn't have to jump over to vehicles and stuff.
Okay,
Awesome.
well, yeah, that's very epic. Yeah, I heard that you made a community creation season to give you guys more time to work on a team update. Such very nice.
Yeah.
That concludes my
Cool.
time here. Sorry for
Thanks for your
cutting you off.
questions.
I'm like, I'm so...
Viv3K_87 asks, how did you meet badcc?
We were introduced to each other through a mutual friend. I was making a Tron bike actually back in like 2012, and I was looking for somebody to program it, and we got introduced to each other. And we've always been like the same personality wise and everything, and just got along. We didn't immediately make Roblox games. We played Minecraft a lot for a couple years and stuff, but we're always showing each other our own solo projects, and it just made sense to come together and combine our efforts into something really cool.
Awesome, yeah. Who knew that partnership would continue all the way through to this?
Yeah, we never knew.
I don't know if you want to talk about this one. Let's bring him in. Music playing. It's got an interesting question, not really related to Jailbreak.
Yeah, sure.
Hello.
Hey.
I was actually in the Q&A with badcc, so this is exciting.
Cool.
So, how is the marble game coming along?
Oh, the Marvel game. That's something I really thought I would finish like a year ago, and it just didn't happen. I don't even know where I went wrong with that. My current plan is I'm going to bother badcc to help me program the rest of it, and it'll only take like a day or two. But I don't know. I just haven't programmed in like 5 years, and I definitely need somebody to help me do it.
Okay, that's cool. Okay.
Maybe
So-
this summer.
Soon, TM.
Yeah, soon TM for sure. I need to finish the
Soon
track
TM.
a little bit too, but
Yeah,
That's
I'm
about it.
excited. I'm excited to play it. Thanks for letting me ask the question.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Or I'm Dar X Us asks, who inspired you to develop?
That'd be all the old developers from like the 2009 era. I remember Defaultio was a big one. I don't remember which games he really had back then, but he always had cool projects. And I always loved Lando's games, like Extreme Hide and Seek, and there was A Pirate's Life. Those were really fun. Yeah, probably those two developers.
Hello, 1502 HD asks, are you trying to expand the map? And if so, in which direction?
It's on my mind. I have some like rough ideas in my mind. I should probably write them down. But right now, the main limitation is making sure everybody can play the game still after the map expansion. It's not easy to do map expansions because it's a performance increase usually. But who knows? Maybe in the next year or so, we might see an expansion heading north in the map, kind of behind the prison.
All right, let's see. Maddie Des has a good question. How do you get motivation for developing?
You have to be really excited for the project you're working on. I think that means throwing away some ideas. Like, you have to be very motivated because game projects can really take months and months and months of work. If you have a lot of ideas, just try to narrow them down to your best ideas. I guess that's a tough question. I think too, to add on to that, like just make sure you have a partner too, maybe that wants to work with you on the game. I think having someone to work with is a huge benefit, and I'm glad I have badcc to work with.
So let me ask this question for him. So how did you learn Blender, and are you still on version 2.7?
I am not on 2.7. I upgraded to 2.9. It was a bit of a learning curve, but nothing too bad. How did I learn Blender? Jailbreak kind of forced me to learn Blender because our original plan was to make the vehicles out of parts. And I tried it, and the first vehicle was like 400 pieces, which is not scalable. It wouldn't work for a game. So I jumped into some tutorials online and a lot of YouTube tutorials. The biggest learning curve is the controls, but once you get past that, it is so easy to make stuff, and it's something definitely worth learning.
So sorry if you are Black Ninja TBN. That's a long username. Will you bring back other retired vehicles?
Good question. I don't know where I ever stand on that. The people who own the vehicles obviously don't want us to release them, but I think it's okay to bring them back if they weren't rare to begin with, like the Mini Cooper. Just about everybody owned that car, so we brought it back for a season. I do think we need a better way to reward the players who already own it. That way the season's still interesting. And I don't know, maybe in a future season you might see cars come back. I did say the Molten could come back, the M12 Molten, and you might see it come back sometime in the future. I just don't know when it'll be or how that'll work. Hey, Rowley's here. He's a very talented community creator.
Hello there. So I have 2 questions for this one.
Sure, go for it.
First, what is the concrete process of you building things for Jailbreak, like robberies or just decorations?
It used to be we kind of winged it, but that's a terrible way to do things. It's how you find problems later. In the last year or two, we've been writing very detailed documents together, sometimes pages and pages long. We did one for the tomb robbery, and it went over every little detail. It went over how things should work, how things should feel. It included concept photos or GIFs from the internet from famous movies and stuff. And we had plenty of like Indiana Jones material in there and stuff. But that's been kind of the way we do it. It helps a lot in planning. It makes the game fair for everybody. And it helps badcc out a lot. He has a document to reference if I'm not online.
All right, now my second one. Do you have any plugins to aid you in building?
Yeah. Okay. Let me open up Studio. I'm going to see what I have right now. The biggest help is Q Commandtility. It's spelled QCMDUTL. It's by Quinty. He is awesome. His utility is a lot like F3X and those other build tools. I've just used his because it's one of the oldest and it's what I'm familiar with. I hate learning new stuff for like plugins. What other tools do I use? I have a couple Skybox plugins. Those are helpful for finding nice skyboxes. Oh, and then I have a model resize tool, which is really handy. It doesn't have a specific name. Maybe I could link these after the Q&A, but that's really handy for shrinking down cars very quickly and stuff. But I'd say those are the big ones.
All right, thanks. Also, the Molten was a very good thing. Like, I don't know how to explain, but it was a very big event for me. It was so sudden, just...
That was a bit of a surprise.
When I saw your direct message, I was literally in school. I just checked my phone and randomly see asimo DMing me like, what?
That's cool. And players loved it. It was a really cool vehicle.
Yeah, it even brought Creek back. Okay, I'll stop wasting time. You can move on to the next person.
No, not at all. Thanks
Sorry,
so much.
Thanks for your question. Chase Ricky asks, what is your plan for the future of Jailbreak? Pretty vague, but...
Well, we definitely plan on keeping the updates up. So don't expect those to go away near term. Definitely more community involvement. We would love to get more community creations into the game. And it would buy us more time for cooler side projects where we can't have the community help us too much. And who knows, it might buy us some time for some new games from Badimo. That would be cool.
There he is.
Hello.
Hi, Alex. What's your question?
Hi. What made you decide to build a prison/robbery game?
Okay, so badcc and I were playing a lot of prison games in our free time. We were working on our own games, but I think we were working on Volt or something. But in our free time, we were playing prison games. My favorite was Prison Life. He liked Redwood Prison. And they both kind of lacked an end game. Like, once you escape the prison, there was truly nothing to do except return to the prison and cause chaos. So
Kind of like,
we decided to
prison life.
Yeah. So we decided to set out and make the ultimate prison game that gives you tons to do, including living the life of a criminal.
Would you guys ever bring back the torpedo in Jailbreak?
Ooh. Okay, unfortunately, we can't bring back the torpedo because I made a promise back when we released it that we would not bring it back. But with that said, I have some ideas for some fun cars that will come out in the near future. So keep an eye out for those.
All right, thank you for that question.
Do you plan on adding more features and driving dynamics to vehicles? Oh, Tesla's here. Sorry, like burnouts, new performance upgrades, etc.
I don't know where I stand on that. It's weird. Jailbreak turned into a vehicle game without us really intending to. I think we do have one of the best cars in Roblox. They drive really nice. So it would be fun to add new features there. But I think some new features would involve rewriting our cars completely. And the scary thing about that is we have to rebalance them all and refigure out how fast they are. And I just feel like I would be tortured for years with questions or requests to make cars faster or slower to make them like how they used to be. So I'm not sure. It's kind of up in the air.
Okay, I have two questions. Oh, this is a mistake. Okay, I have two questions. Okay, one is a very, very important question. I'm sure a lot of people want to know. Will you ever add cat girls to the game?
Oh my god, that's not what I read.
Okay.
Peace.
Next question. I was gonna ask this one at the end, but have you seen the Among Us potion at 3 a.m. video by NNA Productions? It is a masterpiece.
I told you to cease.
This is not what you wrote in the question submission, by the way.
Wait, it's not?
I haven't even ever played Among Us.
Let me ask the question that you type in the chat.
Yeah, what's the question?
That's the
meme
right, I forgot.
season when? Meme season.
Oh, meme season. I don't know. Maybe next season. I think I was originally going to do it for this season, but something happened, and maybe next season, season 5. That would be fun.
Oh, Roger.
Hey, there's Roger Dodger.
Figured it out.
Are you gonna upgrade from your current Mac though?
Oh my. Okay, so I don't actually have my MacBook anymore. I'm on a Mac Pro right now. That's from like 2013, so it's definitely old. I'm looking to upgrade soon. I'm kind of waiting on new chips from Apple, and then maybe I'll upgrade my setup.
As you mentioned in a previous tweet, you stated you will not be going back to weekly updates. However, do you think it will be a good idea to do weekly scheduled patches that will bring much smoother gameplay to Jailbreak?
Yeah, I think that's an option. We kind of did that this past week. badcc pushed 9 or 10 patches. Some of them are like old bugs we've had in the game for years. So that was really cool. Yeah, maybe you'll see more of that in the future. The reason we don't do weekly updates anymore, it gets things into the game very rushed, and it makes it hard to fix them later. Like apartments are a good example. We did apartments a couple years ago, and they didn't turn out how we wanted them to be because we ran out of time. Redoing them involved completely scrapping all the old code and starting over. And it's a wasted effort.
All right, awesome. And then the second question, I'm going to rephrase it a little bit. What are your goals for Badimo?
Yeah, we're excited about Badimo. We both finally have free time to like work on games and stuff. I think you'll definitely see a new project from us in the near term. And we also want to do like game jams with each other where we have like 7 days to build a game and we can release it to you guys after we're done with it.
Do you have any pets? And if so, do you like cats, dogs? What's your preference?
I don't have any pets, and I don't think I plan to. I think it's just easier without pets.
Millions of people's hearts are just broken right now.
I know, it's terrible, but like, I don't know. If I had to choose one, I guess a dog maybe.
No, this is a good one. Okay, will you ever do more collaborations with other games in the future like you did with Piggy?
Yeah, I think we should. I don't know who we would do it with, but yeah, we're totally open to it. And I've noticed a lot of the top devs are pretty chill and cool and willing to work with us. So that's pretty cool.
Guys, delinquent spoiler confirmed. Arsenal X Jailbreak collaboration is coming.
Hey, you never know. We should try to get some Phantom Forces guns into the game. That'd be fun.
So he asks, what is your favorite showcase that you've made?
I really love Port Gloom, and I think that was the last one I worked on. Or no, the last one I worked on was Buena Vista, and I like that one too a lot. But Port Gloom is it was such a project. I can't believe I even got it done. It was like 70,000 pieces, and I built it while working for Roblox directly. And they had me on a project that had 100,000 pieces. So I did both at the same time, and I don't know how on earth I did it. But Port Gloom's my favorite. It's just huge. It's detailed. It looks nice. I like dark settings for games. So yeah, Port Gloom.
Yo, hi.
Hi, Hayes.
Hi, asimo. I wanted to ask you, what made you choose this specific kind of art style for Jailbreak? Because it's very like kind of soft on the eye while maintaining a kind of high, not graphics, kind of like high quality graphics with a still kind of soft. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah.
Yeah. It's got like a chunky art style.
Yeah.
It's gotten better, like realer over the years, but it's still chunky. My biggest motivation with Jailbreak was keeping things efficient. So I had to make sure models were not too detailed. Trees are like really simple. I think one tree is equal to like 1.5 parts. Like very simple.
Yeah.
At the time we made Jailbreak, the largest games in Roblox were like 1,000 by 1,000 studs, and Jailbreak was 4,000 by 4,000. So I just knew I had to keep it simple.
I see. Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
All right,
Thanks for your question.
All right, cool. But
I see a question from Ashley, I think, asking if badcc and I have ever met yet, because I've previously said we haven't. We still haven't met yet. We've done FaceTimes before. We do voice calls to plan documents, but yeah, we still haven't met each other yet. And I don't know, it's kind of cool that way, because only in this day and age could you do something like that. But we should probably meet up one day.
What is the best part of working with badcc?
The best part? I don't know. It's so nice that we're always on the same page. And I don't know, it just feels like we're the same person almost. We can usually finish each other's sentences or ideas, and it just makes it so easy to work on games. And he's so nice too, so it's just, I don't know, it's a pleasure working with him. I never want to work with anybody else, really. Barely.
So I just wanted to ask, would you work with any other developers? So it's more than just you and badcc?
Yeah, I think we're definitely open to it, and we've talked about it a lot. It would be fun to grow the badimo team. We work with Bayet for Discord and everything, and he's awesome. So yeah, I think it's just a matter of finding the right people with the right skill sets and personalities, and as long as we all get along together, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for your question.
Yeah.
My first question is, outside of Roblox, what other games do you play? And out of those games, which one is your favorite?
So, good question. I honestly don't play too many games. Same with badcc. I love Team Fortress 2, but I can't play it right now because it's not compatible with my Mac version. Right now, my favorite game is actually Toontown Rewritten, which is it's a revival of Toontown from like 2003. But just a fun.
Yes, that was one of your childhood games, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I played it for like 10 years, and a friend on there is how I found Roblox. I was telling a friend that I wanted to make video games, and he's like, "You should try Roblox. It's kind of like that." And I remember joining Roblox, and it had a very Lego kid look to it, and I was like, "I don't know, this is maybe not for me." But I'm glad I did it, and yeah. But I love Toontown. Right now, it's my favorite game.
Very nice. And I've forgotten what my second question was. There we go. Question 2. What genres of music do you listen to?
I like alternative and rock. I like Radiohead a lot. I like a little bit of Muse and
I
some
approve.
indie. Cool. Awesome.
I suppose that's that for me for now.
Cool. Thanks,
Someone
Carmen.
else can ask the question now. No problem.
Yeah. What is your favorite part of the map?
Oh, that's a fun question. Kind of biased towards the tomb right now because it's new. That itself was like a map expansion, but just underground. Besides that, I love our city a lot, and I like our red bridge a lot. Those are nice places to take screenshots.
Do your friends and family know about Badimo and Jailbreak?
Yeah, all my family does. I usually try to keep it quiet beyond that. If people ask, I'll tell them I just do online games and stuff, and I'll probably downplay it. But yeah, all my family knows, and it's pretty cool. We didn't dream it would turn into what it did, so that's awesome.
I don't know if you can hear me.
Yep.
Yeah, we do. Hi, Mark.
Okay. Well, first of all, it's obviously a pleasure to speak to you.
Yeah.
Holy, my volume's kind of low.
No, you're good.
I just wanted to ask. I remember when Jailbreak first came out, there was sort of a lot of backlash about it, and when it first came out, it was an instant hit, obviously. So I just wanted to ask, how did you and badcc kind of deal with that pressure of keeping the game updated with the weekly updates and new content and keeping people playing the game?
Cool. So first things first, there's always backlash and haters with any game you release, and you just have to ignore it. It's nothing personal. Weekly updates, those are hard to do. You have to like really plan out your schedule and kind of give up your life in a bit. Like you have to just be online working on the game. It's hard to do, but it's really fun and it makes your months go by really quickly. I don't know if it's best for the game, but it's fun.
Right. Well,
I hope that answered your question.
Okay, yeah, it definitely did. Thank you. I if you don't mind, I had a second question as well.
Sure, go for it.
I just wanted to ask, do you have any regrets kind of along the path Jailbreak took over the years? Like, do you have any regrets, or if you could go back and change anything, would you?
That's a good question. I'd have to think about it a little bit. I do wish we did more around the 2018 or 2019 year. I forget which one it was. But for a while, we had a big stretch of updates, and it was kind of limited by what time we had because we were both busy. But we had a big stretch of updates that were just adding new vehicles, and it wasn't adding new gameplay. And I wish we kept up the new gameplay stuff more. It'd be nice to go back in time and do that.
Well, obviously, thank you for letting me on the stage. Thank you for letting me ask my questions, and it's been amazing watching the game grow over the years.
Cool. Thanks, Mark.
How did you learn to model and design? What inspired you?
Okay, so I'd always wanted to make games since I was like a kid. I always thought it would be cool. I never dreamed it would turn into anything, really. It just seemed like a fun thing to do. I started when I joined Roblox in 2008, and I was just constantly working on projects since then. And I never gave up, and I was always working on something new. And I think as long as you're constantly working on whatever it is you want to learn, you will get better at it. And it's just like a given that you'll eventually have a hit on your hands.
My first question, what is your favorite vehicle in Jailbreak?
Let me think about it for a second. As always, I'm biased by what we just added. So the Rattler is a pretty cool season prize. It has some cool effects on it. But
It really
I
is
usually end up driving, if it's not a helicopter, I like the Bugatti a lot, and I like the Roadster a lot, even if it UFOs a little bit.
That's nice. My second question is, what is your favorite movie of all time, and what are your favorite movie genres?
Oh, no. Okay, I'm really bad with movies. I've only caught up to Star Wars like a few years ago. I don't watch movies enough to have a favorite movie. I don't know. I love Tron Legacy, obviously. I made a game after it. So let's go with Tron Legacy for now.
All right. Hey, can I sneak in a third question?
Sure, go for it.
Will you update Tron?
Dude.
We
You
need a
mean
Tron
Volt?
update. Oh,
Yes.
my bad. Yeah, Volt.
I don't know. That's up in the air. It'd be nice to fix it up and make it work again. One thing I would love to do is to game jam like an open world Volt game. I think that could be a lot of fun.
Or a Volt Jailbreak, like one of those, what it's called, in the center. I forgot.
Oh, a season?
Oh, no, not the season.
Oh.
Shoot, what's it called where you play Roblox?
game mode.
Or, yeah, game mode. That would
be cool.
Like a vault race. That'd be very interesting.
Yeah, maybe we could do that. That's a fun idea. We thought about getting rid of game modes, but we recently decided that I think they're going to stick around and we'll fix them up.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure
Thanks for your
talking to you,
question.
and I hope you have a wonderful day.
You too. Thanks.
What are the biggest challenges in Jailbreak's development which you overcame?
Trains were a really hard one. That's more of like badcc's problem, but trains were so difficult. It took us like 6 months to get those right, and that was after working on them for a few months. As far as my side of things go, vehicle interiors has been a huge challenge. It just takes a lot of time, and you have to somehow keep the new vehicle the same speed as the old vehicle, despite it being heavier because of the interior. So yeah, I'd say interiors right now are the trickiest thing, and I definitely need to get more of those done. Maybe next update.
Can I ask another question?
Sure.
If you are, I don't know if you're planning to stay a Roblox developer, but would you take other like development careers, like in bigger games or something like that?
It's funny you ask that. I was watching some Unreal Engine 5 stuff this morning, and that's really tempting. It would be fun to move there and make some solo projects. But right now, I'm very happy with Roblox, and I don't plan to leave. I think you can expect to see me on Roblox for a very long time.
So what are your hobbies outside of Roblox and Jailbreak?
The bad thing is I don't have too many hobbies. My main issue right now is my hobby was Roblox, making games, and then it turned into a job. So now I need to find a new hobby, and I don't totally know what it is. If I'm not playing or if I'm not working on Roblox, I'm usually like driving somewhere. I love driving. Like any road trip I can take, I'll take it. But that's not really a hobby. So I guess for now, I don't really have a hobby, and I need to find one.
Question 3 from me. What is your favorite non-Tesla vehicle?
Ooh. Like in real life?
In real life, yes.
Okay, so as far as favorite vehicle I've driven, I drove an Lexus LC500, which was just awesome. It sounded amazing inside. Best sounding car I've ever driven. It was just a little slow, but just an amazing car overall. And I think ultimate dream car status would be like a Koenigsegg Gemera or Gamera, however you say it.
I think it's Gemera.
Yeah, that thing's just
Gamera,
so
who knows?
cool.
Yeah, that is a very, very nice car. The doors are very cool as well.
Yeah, I love driving people around. Like if I go on a road trip, it's fun to bring people. So that would be like the ultimate road trip car.
For certain. The only problem would be paying for repairs if something goes wrong.
Yeah, that would be
quite
bad.
pricey.
I think you could afford it if you could buy the car.
That is true. But yes, that is all for me, or from me for now.
Cool, fun
Someone
question.
else can
Thank
ask me
you.
a question.
Okay, so I have a question. When you were making those car textures, how long did it took for you to make those, and how did you learn making them?
So those are really tricky, and I'm glad we have the community making them now. Car textures, for those who don't know, we don't paint them like you would paint a picture. What you do is you have to go in Blender, and you combine all of these math-based, they call them nodes. And there's tutorials online for node texturing, but it's just crazy. You're basically building math equations, and it spits out patterns and colors and layers, and it's just so tricky to make the thing you want to make. But we have to do it that way because if we don't, we would have to hand paint every single car individually. And then if a new car came out, we'd have to hand paint all the previous skins individually. It'd be a nightmare. So yeah, that's why we do it like that.
But how long did it took to make them?
Oh, sorry. I'd say it takes a good hour or so to make a good one. You can sometimes stumble upon designs accidentally, but yeah, I'd say about an hour.
Oh, okay. And I also have one more question. When you guys fixed that auto script, and then another one came, which like spammed the whole chat. Thank you, Bayat, for out without her. And what was that all about? I'm really wondering about.
Yeah, those are just never ending. We do care about them, and I would argue that every single update has something in it that tackles those. We just don't talk about it a lot because it's just better to secretly throw out new ways to fight it. If you announce it too much, it just gets too much attention, and you might have new exploits coming your way.
Okay. Well, yeah, that was all my questions. Thanks for answering them.
Cool. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
So, how do you balance your updates with what the community wants versus like what you and badcc envision for the future of Jailbreak?
Cool. So the good news is that we have usually the same ideas that the community has. I think we all kind of agree where Jailbreak should go. There is definitely some trickiness with what the players want. Like in recent example, players wanted a space robbery. I don't know how many players wanted a space robbery, but there's decent chatter about it on Twitter. And we both kind of decided it would be a little too crazy for Jailbreak. It might just, maybe the game loses its focus. I don't know. But we're still kind of open to it in the future. It has to be done right. We don't like loading screens and stuff. But yeah, we usually are on the same page.
Is it hard to like get into playing video games in your free time since like that's your entire job and you're working with them all the time?
Yes, it is, because it's like you're at a computer for 8 hours. You don't really want to stay on a computer beyond that and play games. Or at least I don't. I think some people can play on a computer all day and be fine, but I'm not used to that. So usually if I'm not working on games, I try to get outside and do stuff. Here's a good one. It's pronounced GIF.
Ooh,
No,
all right.
incorrect. No, bad. that is peanut butter.
Here's my problem with GIF. When people say it, I think they're saying gift, like a birthday gift. So I think GIF's like the clearest way.
That does make sense.
Because if you say GIF, I know you're not talking about peanut butter. No one talks about peanut butter.
Unless they're a peanut butter enthusiast.
Maybe.
I feel betrayed. Why?
But it's not giraffic or what does it even stand for?
Graphics interchange format.
Yeah, it's not giraffics interchange format.
That's true. That's fair.
Yeah, it's graphics.
Any other questions?
Graphics interchange format. There we go. I did see one good one. Let me see if I can't remember who it was from.
Oh,
Let me see if I can find it. But what I remember it being was, are there any scrapped vehicles or robbery features that you've thought of, maybe modeled a bit, and then gone, nah, I don't like this, and then scrapped it?
Sure. We can make that our last question. Most obvious would be the power plant. We completely scrapped that and redid it for the better, and that was nice. I'm trying to think of like mechanics wise. There's nothing memorable, at least. I really thought we would have scrapped the ducking on the minecarts in the tomb robbery. I didn't think we'd have time for that. I'm glad we did. The robbery was also intended. Okay, here's something with the tomb robbery. I guess it's just freshest in my mind. The original plan was to have you do like 1 or 2 randomly generated mazes and stuff, and then you get to the tomb, and then you have 2 or 3 more obstacles to reach the exit. Minecarts were never part of the plan until like 2.5 weeks before the update, and it just seemed like a no-brainer, and that's when we reorganized it all. We took away the random generation part of it, and we just decided to make it like 3 obstacles. So the spikes, the darts, and the bridge, and then the tomb, and then the minecart ride home. And I'm glad we did that. It worked out for the better.
Cool. I think that will wrap up this Q&A session. So keep an eye out for any future events. Thank you for everyone who asked your questions, and thank you, Asimo, for coming in here doing the Q&A session and doing a voice reveal. I know a lot of people are excited about that.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Super great questions. I'm sorry if we couldn't get to yours. There's just like thousands of them.
Yeah, so hopefully next time around we'll find a better system to do this. But thanks everyone for tuning in. I think that'll wrap it up. Any last words?
Cool. No, that should do it. Thanks everybody.